Welcome to our channel. Today we are going to study a science subject known as chemistry. The part of chemistry we are going to study is periodic table. We'll study this periodic table with questions and answers for a better understanding. The first question we have here says, a table that shows the arrangement of elements according to their atomic numbers is best described as dash. A. Charles law. B. Periodic table. C. Boy's table. D. Chemical bond. In this question, the correct answer is B. Periodic table. Periodic table is a table that shows the arrangement of elements in accordance with their atomic numbers. This periodic table is one of the important parts of chemistry. The next question says, the number of protons found in the nucleus of an atom is called dash. A. Atomic number. B. Mass number. C. Radius. D. Isotope. In this question, the correct answer is A. Atomic number. Atomic number is the number of protons found in the nucleus of an atom. The next question says, the modern periodic law states that the properties of elements are periodic function of their dash. A. Atomic number. B. Mass number. C. Isotopic nature. D. Allotropic nature. In this question, the correct answer is A. Atomic number. Studies have shown in chemistry that the modern periodic law states that the properties of elements are periodic function of their atomic number. The next question says, the arrangement of electrons in successive electron shells of an atom is called dash. A. Transition element. B. Electronic configuration. C. Actinides. D. Periodicity. In this question, the correct answer is B. Electronic configuration. Electronic configuration deals with the arrangement of electrons in successive shells of an atom. Studies have shown that an atom possesses shells and electrons are arranged in these shells of an atom. So this arrangement of electrons in successive shells of an atom is best described as electronic configuration. The next question says, elements in the same group in the periodic table have the same dash. A. Number of shells. B. Number of valence electrons. C. Atomic number. D. Atomic mass. In this question, the correct answer is B. Number of valence electrons. Studies have shown in chemistry that elements in the same group in the periodic table have the same number of valence electrons. Valence electrons are those electrons that are found on the outermost shell of an atom. So In periodic table, there are elements that belong to the same group. In periodic table, we have what we call the groups and the periods. And elements in the same group in the periodic table have the same number of valence electrons. The next question says, which of the following scientists arranged elements successfully in the periodic table? A. Dmitri Mendeleev. B. Isaac Newton. C. Michael Faraday. D. Robert Boyle. In this question, the correct answer is A. Dmitri Mendeleev. There is a great scientist called Dmitri Mendeleev. This scientist contributed immensely in arranging elements in the periodic table. He successfully arranged elements in the periodic table in accordance with their atomic numbers, and the work that this scientist did in chemistry helps other scientists to understand better how elements are arranged. The next question says, the lightest element in the periodic table is dash. A. Helium. B. Lithium. C. Hydrogen. D. Argon. In this question, the correct answer is C. Hydrogen. Studies have shown that this element known as hydrogen is the lightest element in the periodic table. The next question says, in the periodic table, halogens are elements that belong to group dash. A. Group 2. B. Group 1. C. Group 5. D. Group 7. In this question, the correct answer is D. Group 7. In periodic table, there are elements that belong to group 7. These elements that belong to group 7 are called halogens. So all the elements that belong to group 7, or the halogens, are elements that belong to group 7 in the periodic table. The next question says, which of the following is an alkali metal? A. Sodium. B. Chlorine. C. Helium. D. Carbon. In this question, the correct answer is A. Sodium. Sodium is one of the alkali metals. Alkali metal is an element that belongs to group 1 in the periodic table. The group 1 elements can dissolve in cold water to generate alkalis. The next question says, the following are properties of halogens except dash. A. They exist as diatomic molecules. B. They are non-metals. C. They do not ionize to form univalent negative ions. D. They are colored substances. In this question, the correct answer is C. They do not ionize to form univalent negative ions. We have already said that halogens are those elements that belong to group 7 in the periodic table. These halogens exist as diatomic molecules. They are non-metals naturally, and they have different colors. All these things are facts about halogens except option C. The next question says, the following are transition elements except dash. A. Helium. B. Scandium. C. Vanadium. D. Iron. In this question, the correct answer is A. Helium. In the periodic table, there is what we call transition elements. Transition elements are those elements that have partially d-filled orbitals, and these elements lie within group 2 and group 3 in the periodic table. So these transition elements have unique properties, and examples of transition elements are scandium, vanadium, iron, and other elements. But helium is a noble gas. Helium is not a transition element. The next question says, which of the following is a noble gas? A. Helium. B. Oxygen. C. Chlorine. D. Bromine. In this question, the correct answer is A. Helium. Studies have shown that there are gases called noble gases. These noble gases are found in group 8 or 0 in the periodic table. So helium is one of the noble gases. This helium is called a noble gas because it does not undergo a reaction like other atoms like sodium, calcium, and other atoms. There are many elements that belong to group 0 or group 8 in the periodic table. These elements that belong to that group, or the element that belong to that group, are all called noble gases. They can also be called rare gases because they don't undergo reactions like other atoms. The next question says, elements that belong to group 2 in the periodic table are called dash. A. Alkali metals. B. Alkaline earth metals. C. Rare gases. D. Halogens. In this question, the correct answer is B. Alkaline earth metals. All the elements that belong to group 2 in the periodic table are called alkaline earth metals. The elements that belong to group 1 in the periodic table are called alkali metals. The ones that belong to group 7 are called halogens, but the ones that belong to group 8 or 0 are called rare gases or noble gases. The next question says, which of the following belongs to group 3 and period 3? A. Aluminum. B. Sodium. C. Oxygen. D. Calcium. In this question, the correct answer is A. Aluminum. Aluminum is an element that belongs to group 3 and period 3 in the periodic table. In this periodic table, there are different elements that are found in that periodic table. If you look at these elements that are found in periodic table, aluminum is an element that belongs to group 3 and period 3 in the periodic table. If this is the first time you are watching our video, If this is the first time you are joining this channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel so that you can study other topics that we have treated in many of our videos. In this channel, we make educational videos in science subjects.